What's going on, everyone? Titus here with a little bit of a different video today. I want to go over a deck spotlight video. I was asked in my comments to go over a zombie deck list that would be good for Master Duel and also the TCG. And I know a lot of my YouTube views are more for people who are like newer to the game and want like combo explanations and not want people to just display their game and having 1,000 things happen all at once. So I wanted to bring to people's attention YGO Pro Deck. This is a great resource for anyone in the Yu-Gi-Oh community in general. So just YGOPRODECK.com. And it's great because not only does it have TCG decks that you can do and you can sort through and look around for, from everything from meta to non-meta to anime style decks. It also has Master Duel. It has a whole Master Duel section where you can also search different Master Duel decks people are using. So you see you have people doing a Magic Sisters for the new festival or Megalith for the new festival. There's a bunch of different things and a bunch of different resources for this, but it also has a fun little thing with the pack opener. If you're having that itch to look at and open some packs, you can go to their pack opener and you can kind of simulate different pack openings. So what I did for this video is I wanted to show off zombies, because in my replay roulettes I've seen a lot of zombie players and I love that deck. It's so much fun to just watch happen, and because it has so many cool combos. So we go in here, we just type in zombie, and we get a bunch of different type of results here. And so you can specifically tailor this for Master Duel, or you can say like what archetype you want them in, or what type of, you want them in a tournament, you want them in an anime, you want non-meta, which means rogue, or meta contention if you want to be competitive. So I went in and I typed in zombie and zombie world, and I find a couple options that I personally like. I'll take a look at them here, and then I'll show you what I would play in Master Duel, and then give you recommendations based on if I think you should invest in it or not. So let's go into the first one. This is a more pure zombie world build. You can see in Master Duel, it would take a lot of resources. 510 UR is a lot, and I'll go over that when I show you the deck list. So it plays 2 Doom King Balderok. If I just want to hover over it here, it will pop up. So really good for new players. If you want to if you see a deck list, you don't know what it is, you hover over it and it'll pop up. And I'll also show you listed prices for a lot of these. So you play 2 Doom King Balderok. He's your boss monster. He's the one that's going to constantly recycle himself as long as Zombie World is in your field zone. And he's your monster negate, monster banish. He's really just a really strong balanced monster for zombies. Then you play 3 Unizombie. This is your combo starter, basically. And another combo starter is your Shiranui Solitaire. From that, you play the Necro World Banshee. She is what facilitates getting Zombie World onto the field if you don't just hard draw it. And then you play 2 Glow Up Bloom, so more combo material, tuners for synchros and such, just a really good extender. You play 2 Mizuki, 2 Gozuki. This is fine. I would maybe play 3 and 1, but I think 2 and 2 is probably also fine. I'm not a zombie expert by any means. I've only played it for fun in the TCG back when I was first starting the game. But it's a really fun combo deck. You play 2 Jackobolin for a special summon, discard, do special. Play 1 Vampire Fraulein, I think is how you say her name. Anyway, she's a battle. She boosts defense when she's discarded, so it helps survivability and stuff. I actually lost a regional to this card. I was at table 1 on Salad versus Zombie Control, and it was getting down to time. I was attacking over something and I used it and I lost in time because of life points. It was very sad. I'll always remember that card. We got 1 Shiranui Spectral Sword for more Shiranui combos, also a tuner. 1 Ash Blossom and 3 Called By. This is wrong because even in the TCG, Called By is only at 1, and in Master Duel, Called By is at 2. So just replace Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom for either 1, 2, 3, and then 1 Called By, or 2 and 2 if you really wanted to. Kind of just depends if you're playing Master Duel or not, but I'll show you a deck list. 3 Super Poly. Again, this is not Master Duel. This is more TCG specific because you go into the Necro World, what's his name? Nether Soul. Draco Necroworld Nethersoul. He's a weird name, but he's a fusion of 2 zombies and he's big. So you can super poly when you have Zombie World because everything that hits the field is a zombie. So you super poly, fuse them off, boom, drop a big boy. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial. Dragon's Mirror. I don't agree with this. I don't know why this is in here. This should be taken out. 2 Book of Life. It's a Monster Reborn for zombies. And then 3 Zombie World is your heart and soul of your deck. It's great. Then you have 2 Shiranui Swallow Slashes, style Swallow Slash, which is like banish. You tribute a zombie monster, you target 2 cards on the field, you destroy them, then you banish Shiranui from your deck, and then when the Shiranuis are banished, they do extra stuff. So it's kind of like removal and combo at the same time, but it's a 2 for 2, but you get combos off the Shiranui banishes, so pretty good. And then Rivalry, this is the lock. Rivalry plus Zombie World makes it so that you can't summon new monsters. So Rivalry says you can only control 1 type of monster, and Zombie World says everything is a zombie. And so what happens is in your hand, say you have a bunch of Cyberus monsters. You can't summon them because they're Cyber, so they are still Cyberus monsters until they would hit the field. But game mechanics say I cannot even attempt to summon due to Rivalry of Warlords. So it gives them a bit of a lock, and so you can't actually do any of your summons. So all in all, though, in the TCG, if you were to like invest in this deck, it's not that expensive. I say that with a little asterisk because Necroworld Banshee and Doom King Balderrock only have 1 printing, and they're going up in price. Actually, each Necroworld Banshee is around $15. You can see the TCG listing says $14, so it's around $15-16 for Necroworld Banshee. So you need 2. Which would be, around $30 or so. And then you need 2 Doom King Balderrock, and he's about 10 a piece because they both come from a structure deck, and it's the only printing they've had is the structure deck. So between these 4 cards, $30 here, $20, $50, plus Ash Blossoms if you ever want to invest in the game and you want to get Ash Blossoms are expensive. If you already have staples, you can take away the Ash Blossom. Like if you've been kind of playing the game casually and you have your couple staples, it's still about $50. Everything else is really cheap. All of these things are pretty penny or so. So I think at most, if you were buying the game, if you're buying it from scratch, you'd probably spend about $150. If you were buying it with staples in mind, if you had some of these staples like Super Poly and the like, you would probably spend $60 probably, give or take, just because Ash Blossom is so expensive. So this is just this one list. Let's look a little bit at what people have been doing with Eldritch, because you can mix the Eldritch engine into the deck. So if you see, it'll look kind of similar to what you just saw, but now all of a sudden you have all these Eldritch cards in here. So you have the entire Eldritch engine. You have 2 Eldritch, 2 Eldland, because that's only what's allowable in Master Duel. You have 3 Sanguine, 3 Conch, 3 Hawk, 3 Rivalry. Of course, you have a Golden Land Forever if you want to be cheeky, and then you also have the Eldritch Elixir and White Elixir and 2 Black Elixir, along with Zombie Necronize. I don't know how to pronounce this, but that's fine. Necronize and Foolish Burial to help facilitate some more plays. You have the 1 Balderrock, the 2 Banshee, the 2 Solitaire. I would probably put Vampire to 1 and do 3 Solitaire because you need a combo starter, or Glow Up Bloom to 2, either one. So yeah, you have 2 Vampires, 2 Shiranui, 2 Mizuki, so you're not playing the Gozuki this time, 2 Ash, 3 Unizombie, 1 Glow Up. So this, and then of course, the 3 Zombie World here. But this deck kind of relies on a little bit of combo and control, because you could also do some shenanigans with some tuner plays. So you can do some link summoning into some of these guys, like your Vampire Sucker for zombies, or your Shiranui Skill Saga Supremacy as a link 3. Then you can do some tuner plays and make a Warlord Savage Dragon, or your Red-Eye Zombie Necro Dragon as well. And so some cool little things can be done with a zombie deck that you could play control, you could play both combo and control, because you don't care about Rivalry of Warlords, and so you can combo off while your opponent really can't do very much. And the thing is this deck would like really shut down decks like Tri-Brigade, because it affects the graveyard, it makes everything zombies, so they can't activate their effect to banish tri-types. So really kind of a fun little thing. Oh, and I forgot to mention, actually, they're playing 2 Lava Golem just to remove big threats from the board. I think that's fine. You could do that if you didn't want to. You could just play 1 more Ash Blossom and like a Maxi and Master Duel. If not, in Master Duel, you could play one Super Poly and get rid of a Chalice and play the zombie guy. Really kind of a flex spot is kind of up to you on how you would want to interpret that. And then another list that we could look at would be just kind of more pure Eldritch style. But it's more of that like geared towards Master Duel in a sense. This is like really hardcore zombie Eldritch control and then popping off like right at the end to finish your plays. So 2 Eldritch, 2 Balderrock, 2 Necro Banshee, 1 Zombie Master, which I like but is kind of slow at the same time. So once per turn, send one monster from your hand to the graveyard, then target level 4 zombie, special summon it. Then you have 2 Gozuki, 2 Mizuki, and Armageddon Knight, 2 Unizombie, 2 Glow Up, 2 Black Elixir, 2 Super Poly, 1 Foolish, 1 White Elixir, 1 Cursed. I don't like 1 Cursed. You should probably play it 2. You want to see it. I would drop one of the Goldland Forevers for a Cursed. 3 Zombie World, 3 Sanguine, 2 Conch, 2 Hawk, 2 Rivalry. Again, you want to see this. This is kind of like the lockdown piece, so I don't know. Maybe play 41, to be honest. 1 Skill Drain, yeah, of course. Skill Drain is just crazy good. And then 2 Summon Limit, basically to lock your opponent out of the game. And so then your extra deck is the Fusion Boy, Lich the Mad, Golden Lord, the Dragon Necro Nether Soul, which is the 2 zombie monsters of the Super Poly target, a Starving Venom, the 2 you've seen before, which Omega I didn't go over, and then Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon. Then you're playing 1 Black Rose Moonlight, 1 Ancient Pixie Dragon, which is weird. I don't know, because of the Field Zone effect. 1 Arc Rebellion, which is a level 5, which is cool. I like Arc Rebellion in there. Raiders Knight is good. You're playing the Mayakashi, the 1 Sucker, the Avandred Savior. This card's really good and should not be overlooked. You're playing 1 Predaplant, Vertanaconda, 1 Link Karibo, and 1 Relinquished Anima. And I think if you combine this one with this one here, I would like the list the most. That's kind of what this one does, but I wouldn't play too many Black Elixirs, or maybe cut down on a couple things, like the Vampire here, and maybe the Necronize, but you guys are more than welcome to look at some of these and see what you think on Yu-Gi-Oh! On YGO Pro Deck. So let's take a look at something that I built. I was just kind of messing around with a build and kind of basically mixing the two together. And actually, I really kind of like playing Verte Anaconda, to be honest with you. I think Verte would be a really good card. So what I came up with was this list here, where you're playing a couple of hand traps to make sure you don't fall behind, but you're not playing the Eldritch Engine either, because I personally don't like the Eldritch Engine, but you are playing 1 Golden Lord. Just kind of, he is a good zombie monster. He does kind of facilitate some plays, so he's not bad. You're playing the 2 Glow Up, 2 Max C for the the hand trap. We're playing 1 Spectral Sword, 3 Unizombie, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Mizuki, 2 Gozuki, 3 Solitaire, 2 Necro Banshee, 1 Vampire, 2 Jax, 2 Doom Kings, 1 Golden Lord, a Monster Reborn, a Foolish Burial, 2 Book of Life, 3 Zombie World, 2 Super Poly, 2 Called By, 3 Rivalry. And I think it would be fun to play, but I'll give my final thoughts here. In the extra deck, we're playing the 1 Draco Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Draco Necro Nether Soul Dragon. What a name. Because the Super Poly target for the Zombie World stuff. You're playing 1 Red Eyes Zombie Necro. You're playing the Omega, the Shiranui Sinnoh Saga, the Sun Saga, the Savage Dragon. We're playing 1 Hauki Fibrax because the tuner. You have 2 tuners actually. You have your Ash Blossom. You have your Solitaire. I believe the Spectral Sword is also a tuner. Yeah, so you have several tuners in the deck. You're playing the Link Karibo for the Glow Up Bloom. You could really get rid of 1 Avandred Savior and play Anima, Relinquished Anima, because this card's also really good. A lot of people never expect it. It's like Relinquished. If it targets something, it takes control of it. But your only way to summon it is off of Glow Up Bloom, so take that with what you will, or you could play just 2 Avandred Savior if you really wanted to. So then you're playing the Link Herbo, the Linguist, the Hauki Fibrex, the 2 Vampire Sucker, the Avendred, the Anaconda to send Super Poly when you really need to if you don't see it, 1 Shiranui Skill Saga Supreme, Link 3 if you're going to make Savage Dragon, and then another Link 4, and then Yukio no Mayakashi. And so my thoughts on this, if you wanted to invest in a zombie deck, you better really like playing this deck, because this deck is absurdly expensive for like no reason at all. I don't understand why this deck is as expensive as it is. It's like Doom King Balderrock being an ultra rare, I get it, but why is Unizombie an ultra rare? Like, why is the main combo piece of the deck an ultra rare, but like Tri-Brigade Fractal is a freaking rare? Like, why is it that way? I can't even spell it. Yeah, why is he a rare? Like, out of the Tri-Brigades, the only ultra rare is Shureg, and you're telling me the boss monster Doom King Balderrock and the combo starter Unizombie is an ultra. That's 5 ultra rares already. On top of that, you need 3 Zombie World, which is also 3 more ultra. So that's 8 total without even looking at the extra deck. And if you want to get more technical, if you want to play the Super Poly targets, you need 10 ultra rares. And then, of course, if you want consistency with Called by the Grave, you could play Called by the Grave, but this could be 2 other cards that could help zombies a bit. It really wouldn't necessarily matter, so that's up to you. But even then, Foolish Burial is another ultra rare that you kind of have to play if you haven't crafted one. I haven't used a deck yet that has needed one, and I have 3 or 4 decks that are very, very strong and considered meta, and I haven't used Foolish Burial at all. So it seems I hate to make a video and say how like amazingly fun zombies are, but if you're a free-to-play player, maybe make an extra account and play this and like just focus solely on playing zombies. But on your main account, I wouldn't do it. It's too much of an investment for a deck that's not meta. That being said, I will say meta shouldn't necessarily matter. How much you have fun with the game should matter. But if you look at the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 supers in just the main deck. And can you get them all in one place? Can I get all of the Shiranuis in one place? Can I get all of the Unizombies in one place? Is this all? No. See, Doom King Balderrock Abyss Underworld is in one, but then if you want some of the Shiranui stuff, it's in a whole other separate one. And so you have to kind of go through both packs. At least Necroworld Banshee is in the same pack as Doom King, but so you have to pull 5 ultis, well, not ultis, but 5 ultras from one pack, and then 2 supers. I'm assuming these are in the same pack. Nope. All right, Mizuki Gozuki's at least in the Shiranui pack. So you have to pull 2 different packs. You have to pull 2 different packs, but you have to pull a lot. You have to pull a significant amount of them. I don't think it's worth it. Unless you've like focused Eldritch and you have a bunch of gems and you don't know what to do with them and you want to like dip your toes into playing like a Eldritch combo variant, then maybe go for it. But I can't recommend this unless you like really, really want to just play them and you have the extra gems laying around and you don't care about meta and you want to play something fun, go for it. But if you're interested in like evolving with the meta, I can't say do this unless you make a separate account where you could just invest in this and then like burn a bunch of gems. That would be the only way I think that you could do this. So yeah, that's all I could say. But I appreciate if you guys watch this video. It would mean a lot if you like the video and subscribe to the content. And we will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.